Hello, friends. Today we're going to talk about two very special places in the state of Baja California. Let's start with the restaurant known as Estella's Kitchen. Before arriving at that place, well, you already know that from Tijuana to Ensenada, there's a beautiful highway. It's called the Scenic Highway, and well, you can see the sea from the highway, and it is a beautiful view. We made a brief stop at this famous 7-Eleven, which is well known as the 7-Eleven of the last stop, before it becomes pure highway. And while here many people come to stock up on gasoline and buy groceries before continuing on their way. Continuing with the trip, you can see how beautiful the landscape changes are as we move forward. You might see everything from mountainous, rocky landscape to pure sky and sea, and suddenly just a lonely space until there are rancherias and houses decorated in a very peculiar way. For example, there is one that I really like a lot. It is one that is decorated in the shape of a devil and it has things that are very gothic, or I don't know how to say it for some people. It's disturbing, but for me, it's fascinating because many people even go and take photos there. For the local people in Rosarito, it's known as the Castle of the Devil. Doña Estela's Kitchen. This place is very famous for Baja Californians since it was visited by Gordon Ramsay in 2015, which earned Mrs. Estela to the international recognition of the place that has the best breakfast in the world, also in that same year. It is said that even Gordon Ramsay liked the breakfast so much um, that he even licked his fingers and kissed Miss Estella's hands. I don't know if that last one is true because I wasn't there. But I came here venturing with Jorge because it was my 28th birthday. And as a surprise, he wanted to bring me to this place. And since I'm a foodie person, I said, hell yeah, let's go. We arrived at Estella's place and noticed that the road is a bit rocky. There are some parts that are not yet pavimented, since here in Ensenada and Valle de Guadalupe, it is an area that is not as inhabited as in Tijuana. In fact, Tijuana is the city that has the most population in all of Baja California state. And well, we struggled a little when we got here because it is on a path that is very full of dirt, but well, we managed and we parked and everything. When we went in the place, it was a little full, and let me tell you, we had to wait almost an hour for them to let us in, even though we had arrived very early. We arrived almost as soon as they opened. Once they let us in, I saw that the place is very nice inside, very traditional, and we can see that Doña Estela is even very attentive to the clients. She goes to the tables and she's checking that everything is fine and that her clients are comfortable. It was worth the wait. For my part, I asked for the breakfast of the house, which is basically roasted lamb, and it has to the side some consomme, and it has eggs with machaca and handmade tortillas. The truth is that it was delicious, and I ate it all, and I feel guilty. And well, there's some cowboys that just can't finish it all, and they have to ask for a takeaway box. I don't want to say any names, but there's someone there with a little white box. Anyway, we finished eating and continued on our adventure. Jersey's Kids Zoo Park. Jorge also took me to celebrate my birthday at a park called Parque del Niño Jersey, which is a park and zoo. I really like going to that place since I hadn't been there for many years. And I don't remember the last time I went, but I do remember that I was still a girl. I like this place a lot because they have a great variety of animals and they take care of them very well. And I like sharing this experience with Jorge since he did not know that place. It is a good option for you to take your family or friends and get distracted for a while if you have nothing to do. For example, on a weekend, instead of going to drink wine and eat cheese at the wine houses, you can come here with your family, friends, or your couple, and it's a very big place. It has a great distance, and your feet will hurt when you finish touring around the place. Well, at least that's what happened to me. I was very tired at the end of the route, and I think the fact that it's also very hot weather had a lot to do with it. The zoo area has a great diversity of animals, including snakes, monkeys, raccoons, tigers, hippos, birds, turtles, bears, lions, among other species. We ventured to feed some farm animals too: goats, ponies, and something called gamos. They're like deers. Finally, we went for an ice cream that is made with Jersey milk. This milk is a brand from Northwest Mexico. That brand was founded in 1926. Its first name was Leche La Suiza, and it was marketed in Tijuana, mainly in Zona Centro, Colonia Alemán, Colonia Altamira, and Zona Ria from Tijuana. A few decades later, around the 50s, we began to know the brand as Jersey, and it is one of the most famous and emblematic dairy brands in the region. I think it was one of my best birthdays that I had, and I hope that you like watching the video too. You can always learn a little more about what's here in Baja California and what's in the place where you live, also. You just have to banter a little. That's all, friends. Until the next adventure. With love, your friend Raquel.